Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. StratGamer here, bringing you with a new Anno 1800 episode today. We are back in a scholar run where we're trying to get as many scholars as possible without any export-import. And today we are going to talk about investors, because why investors? Well, I was at the end of the last video in negative influence, and the best way to get more influence, spam some investors. So if you remember, I used to have four, let's say, small, medium island investors. I made another, let's call it medium big investors. So now I'm definitely have a lot of influence. And I do want to show you a few things I did differently from the previous investor islands, so do stay tuned. Also, I wanted to show this nice picture that you can see here at the bottom, one of the joy of Anno. You can see my penny farthing walking around and the bank in the background. Quite a nice picture. Let's see, with the tourist DLC coming soon, I'm sure we're going to be able to do some things even prettier, but I know today is already quite something, isn't it? Okay, let's dive in. So, putting back all the elements, perfect. So as you can see, this is the island, as I said, medium to big, and it is here on the map, because if you remember, these were my four previous ones, right? This one, here, 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 and that's number 5. So that's why I keep them very close. That's why it's easy to deliver the goods, have ships going in and out here. Now, what is, let's take a quick look at the population. I haven't reached yet the maximum because I basically just built it. It's taking some time to increase, but 140,000 investors in that one island. And as you can see, that has brought me quite a bit of influence now. And this is almost 2,000 houses, right? So 2,000 houses, each house gives 3 influence. Each investor house, 3 influence. So that's already almost 6,000 influence. Now, what about the different items and different elements? So if you take a quick look, I've chosen the same local department, 60 areas of influence for all public buildings, and +5 happiness for all public buildings. But to actually really take advantage of that, I've given them public buildings. So I've put 2 banks, one there, one there. I've put like 3 or 4 member clubs. I could probably do with less, but you know, so far it's working quite well, 100%. So with this +60, it really, with the +60 area of influence really covers it all, and 3 oil power plant, one there, and one that was needed here, because this one was needed to cover here, but wasn't going over there. So I had to, and also a bit on that corner here. So I had to add the 3rd one. Maybe in the future I'll optimize it even more, but so far so good. And because I'm giving them all of this, I've put different items in my town halls. If you remember, in the past I used to give her, which is +20%, so that one is really great. This one was +10, but was also, so at the bottom you can see residences with the electricity need fulfilled are provided with bank and member clubs. So basically with this one you don't need banks and member clubs. And then last one +10% again, and also +10 happiness. That's quite huge. And but the problem with this one, this bonus supply, is that it doesn't really it doesn't give you those things here. The Social Welfare Act. You still need to have real buildings to do this. So in these past islands, I actually started putting, for example, a member club here. I remember, I think on this one I put 1 bank. Yeah, and you know, it's not covering exactly 100%, but almost. And so then this item here, it's not useless, right? It's still giving me 10% and some bonus income, but it's not the best. The best is actually now on this island, I have put instead of him this one, the papal paper, because it's max resonance plus 30%. It does takes -4 happiness, but at this point in time I'm good. I have a lot of happiness. So I'm actually going to put these papal papers also on the other ones here. And we will see that in terms of population that will really help increase again the population. It won't really increase my influence that much because whatever the population, you know, if it's 50 like this one who doesn't have access to one of a town hall, or this one either, that's that's unlucky. I took this one. So this one 80. It's still 3 of influence, you know. It does bring you some influence because when you reach you know, global population milestones, then you get a bit of influence, like here 20 for the next milestone, but that's very small, right? Like all the other islands, I've also given them a couple of things. The botanical garden, marshland, so that there's no the chance of illness is very low, plus some happiness. And here also put a couple. The Empire of the Eagle reduces fire, illness, riot, and explosion, so that's across the board a good thing. At the end, when I'm finished with this run, I may delete those ones and put a few more houses, but for now it's good. This one is for 2 happiness. Similarly, I probably will delete it at the end, but for now it's good. And this one is important because it halves my cost of influence on town halls, right? Without this one, I would be not in negative, but already a lot lower. I also put a lot of sand mines, which are covered by trade unions, so they don't need workers. Yeah, there are 2 and 2 here. So that's another investor island, ladies and gents, which led me to a lot of influence. Don't hesitate if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions. I'd love to hear about it. And in the next episode, which will come quite soon, we'll look at the new world. Because to feed all of these investors, you need a lot of coffee, you need a lot of chocolate, and a lot of cigars. And as you can see, for example, my coffee here is empty because I was not producing enough. But now we're gonna change that. Okay, thanks for watching.